way of talking about PCI scope is really talking about the payment workflows or
Hmm.
flows that you have and what
Yes.
are the different payment flows. So how does information and how important this is, and this is, it could be as easy as I'm just saying, as drawing this in a piece of paper as to, go around the organization, figure out how people are accepting payments,
I'm
as
I'm a
finance
big
teams.
I'm a
Pardon me?
big fan of stickman diagrams, okay, where you have
Yes,
a
yes.
stickman holding the credit card and they pick up a phone or they go to a website or they walk in person, and it doesn't have to be fancy. It just needs to capture the different ways you do your processing.
So the goal of the descoping and the scope reduction and the whatever we want to call it, sometimes we call it compressing the scope, is
Hmm.
really about making that stickman diagram smaller. And if
Yes.
you can't fit it into one page, and if it's two pages, let's see how we can actually compress that, because ultimately that will make your efforts into, year after year in the PCI is going to reduce your effort. I mean, that's really where a lot of the return on your time, on that initial return on your time, is going to be in.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even say if it's more than a page or 2 pages or whatever that's outrageous. I mean, large organizations can and will have very complex environments. So I don't know if I draw that limitation, but make sure that it's relevant to the size of your organization, perhaps.
Organization. Yeah. But here's an important point to leave behind is, if you don't have this diagrams today,
Mhm.
it's important that you begin. That's one very, call it one of the first steps that you can get started on, is start diagramming what your payment flows are.
Absolutely.